Be mindful about who's touching your hair.
Christ's love isn't like everybody else's love. It's not like the world's love. The world's love loves you when you do things right or when you do things with them. But as soon as you make a mistake, they take that love away. But what I've experienced with the love of Christ is that it loves first. It loves through wrongdoing. It loves when you shouldn't be loved anymore. It's unconditional. And that's the love that I believe is going to change the world and has changed me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Micaiah. I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black.
Yo, Sasha here. Excuse me? Supermodels do not fly business class. Now, I'm not gonna demand a private jet, but I think Jag could at least spring for first class.
And today I'm bringing you all another video that sparked from a current event that occurred, and I'll make sure I include that video clip. But the premises of this video is going to be mindful about who you allow to touch your hair, and everyone does not need to be doing your hair. So we're going to dive into that news report and then we'll get back to it.
I looked in the mirror, I loved my hair, and I went in my purse, I grabbed the $200 in cash and I gave it to the braider. She started speaking in their language, which I don't know what ethnicity they are, but she went over to the owner, which they refer to as mama, and she gave her the money, and then she hopped up and she was like, no, this is $200.
Odom says everything started normally. A few texts, a clear plan, and a $200 agreed upon price.
Let my hair go!
We cannot leave you because
I'm finna sue you, bro. I'm finna sue you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot too.
I said sue!
But once the stylist was finished, she says the tone shifted. Odom says suddenly the stylist demanded more money, and that's when everything changed.
She told me to just give her $30 and I could leave. Or
I was threatened,
You sound crazy.
locked in, I tried to leave. I got pushed back in and my hair was pulled, as you can see here.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot
They
too.
pulled out my real hair while doing this.
3 women who work at the salon are now charged with kidnapping and assault. They are now in the Jefferson County Jail with no bond.
So before we get deeper into the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to see more of me. And if you're new, hey, and if you're a returner, I really, truly appreciate the love. I don't take it for granted for you all clicking on this video. So I thank you all so much. And for all who are new, you should know I do an array of topics. I am extremely diverse. I do more nerdy topics, I do nostalgic topics, and I do more conscious topics. And I dibble and dabble within vlogs. So if you're interested in any of those facets, then you most definitely love it over here. I'm your girl. And if you get the chance, check out my social media platforms down within the description box, where I display my passion for fashion along with other interests that I have. So let's get back into the video. I think that's very disheartening of what happened to that woman, and the whole situation was very messy. I don't care if these people are popular on Instagram. I don't care if these people have a large following. I don't care if you've heard so many great things word of mouth. You still need to do your own research, and you still just need to be mindful and take it up with the Lord on who should touch your hair. I'm thankful that my sister is my loctician. She also plays around and does different styles. And I have maybe one more person that I allow to touch my hair and do my hair, and the people, of course, that I trust. But I'm not going to just let anybody be playing in my hair. And my mom taught me that at a young age. There's also a lot of spiritual implications about just allowing anyone to touch your hair. If you don't know, you need to know. Because the spiritual implications are very deep.
So apparently people are getting witchcraft done on them while getting their hair done. I saw a TikToker showing that she went to go get her hair done and the hairstylist ended up doing witchcraft on her.
Put your finger down if you went to get a haircut last year and instead maybe you got a voodoo curse put on you.
We need to be mindful who we even allow to touch our hair. I have been a hairstylist for over a decade now, and I'm also a believer. And I know for me, it's always been deeper than just hair, right? People come to me and they're sitting down and they're going through life. Whether that's a mom who finally got a chance to pour into herself and gets the chance to actually get her hair done so she could feel like the woman she was before being a mother, or somebody dealing with grief and getting their hair done is how they get back to themselves. It's always deeper than just doing somebody's hair. And your crown is sacred, so who you allow to touch your crown, who you allow to even touch you or serve you, it matters. That's why sometimes when a stylist has really bad energy and you still sit in their chair, you as a client start to feel that energy and it ends up taking away from the entire experience. I say all of that to say, be mindful of whose chair you sit in and who you allow to touch your hair. Have discernment and trust your gut. A lot of the times you could tell bad energy through the text, your text exchange. If you go on the person's Instagram, you can see something ain't right. And if you even just go on their booking page and you just look, a lot of times your gut will make you feel a little bit uneasy, but a lot of times you have to push past that because you just need your hair done. Thank you to this girl for sharing her experience. I believe that the power of God will overcome everything and spiritual wickedness is powerless. So pray to God, rebuke it in the name of the Lord, and that's all.
Do not allow just anyone to touch or do your hair. The last thing to be concerned about when getting your hair done is the price. You need to be more concerned with the spirit behind that person, the intentions they have towards you. See, a crown can be used to bless you, such as in the Psalms, like anointing your head with oil, or to vex your mind and curse you all up. So if you don't vet these people, that same person who's doing your hair may be jealous of you, jealous of how long your hair grows, the texture, how fast it grows, etc. Wonder, why is it falling out? Because someone cursed it. I've seen these things happen. It's not just the ladies. It's my brethren too. The guys, when you go into the barbershop, you're allowing the barber to cut little micro tears into your skin all over. And then at the same time, the hair that you just had cut off is on the ground and you leave it there. You don't ever leave people with your hair. It's not a good idea. And how about our daughters? We have them sit between someone's legs while someone plays in their scalp. Unless you're 100% sure about this person, you've got direction for the Most High, don't allow them to touch you or your children on the scalp, that dome piece. There was a woman who wanted in my wife and my daughter's hair so bad. This same woman didn't even like them. So if someone wants in so bad, be careful. Do all things by prayer and supplication. Be wise in what you choose and who you choose. The spiritual person judges all things. God bless.
Even as I've been growing on my walk with the Lord, just being mindful about what other added hair you add to your hair, because there could be a lot of spiritual entities attached to that.
I made a video about this and I promise y'all I was just screaming out into an empty void. Like, hey, we don't know if this hair is being economically sourced. We don't know who, what, when, where. We don't know if the people growing the hair are under distress and we are covering our own crowns with strangers' hair that grew out of their body. We wouldn't wear nothing else that came out of somebody else's body. Let that literally sink in your brain. They told me I was a mad woman. They said I was going through spiritual psychosis because I literally woke up one day, I had a wig on. I peeled that mug up. If y'all been following me for a minute, you know I done told this story about 15 times. I peeled it off and threw it at the wall. Literally just hit me out the blue one day. I'm like, ugh, this is someone else's hair. And it just is cringy. You think about somebody else's hair being in the shower, you know that feeling you get? That's how I felt. My whole body was like, ugh, I have someone else's hair on my head. Ugh, sometimes the hair gets stuck to your lip. You don't even know the person that grew this hair. We don't know nothing about this hair. But we put it on our head like, oh my.
Because our hair is our crown. It's been given to us by the Lord. I want to bring awareness to others about this matter because I don't think a lot of people were taught this. I know my mother taught me this, but I realized that a lot of people didn't really get taught this. You just went to the hair salon willy-nilly. You just let anyone touch your hair. But it's very deep and everyone should not be playing in your hair. Also too, everyone's not going to put the proper care and love into your hair and see you as a human. Sometimes you're just seen as dollar bills to a lot of these hairstylists and locticians, whatever it is. So just being mindful about who that person is and their ethics and their values. Just praying before you move. I think we're so quick to move, and I'm speaking on myself too, and I have to always catch myself. We're so quick to move instead of just truly consulting with the Lord so that he could be our spiritual navigator when it comes to us making decisions. Also too, I've only been in an African braiding shop maybe, I don't know, I think I've only been, I don't think I've ever been to an African braiding shop. My mom wasn't into that, so I never really went. because she never liked how tight they were with her hair and how they didn't really put the proper love and care into her hair. It was just kind of like, let's get this together, let's put it together, and then so you can get out my chair. So I never really grew up going to African braiding shops. I haven't heard the best reviews about them. I know people love the pricing. I know people love how they have multiple people working on your head so you get out fast. But just because something's cheaper, just because something is quicker, doesn't mean the quality is there. Quality over quantity, and I'm big on that. I really am big on that. Even though you want to take the cheaper route, sometimes it's best to pay that a little extra coin to get your hair done the proper way, and also to ensure that you're getting the proper care that is needed. And this video truly wasn't meant to be worn out, but I just want people to just be very mindful and set an alarm, because I didn't hear this story until I'm on like the different commentary space. But I wanted to take a different route with it and talk about like the spiritual implications and also hair care when it comes to just allowing anyone to touch your hair. Because there's also people who have these huge followings that people are like, oh yeah, they take care of your hair so well. And then people go to them and it's like, you charge me all this money, but look at my hair. It looks ridiculous. It looks awful. So just do your own research and do your own due diligence. I sometimes stray away from going on TikTok sometimes because I realize a lot of those people are getting paid to speak highly of people. Sometimes, let's keep it a buck. So I like to go on Google and really do the Google reviews and look through it and do my own research. And that's even how I find a lot of different things and like eateries is by Google, and TikTok would never expose me to this kind of stuff. So the same applies when it comes to doing your hair. Do your own research. Don't just go based off of an influencer that you love, because they have to make sure they do their hair well because they're bringing in the clientele for them.
I just want to say real quick, let this be a lesson that I don't care how good that girl's boutique looks on Instagram, how good her hair shop looks like it's run. I don't care whose celebrity hair they do, because they got to take care of their clients. Because look at this. This is what happened when I got my hair colored by a professional in the field, supposedly professional with color, and it was so severely damaged by bleach. Even my scalp was burnt because she overprocessed my hair and was trying to act like she didn't at the same time as well. Obviously, I know bleach can damage your hair, and yes, everyone's hair is different, but she left me under the dryer for 20 to 30 minutes without monitoring what was going on in my head. I literally had to tell her that my scalp was burning in order for her to take me serious enough and wash the bleach out. So if you take away nothing from this video, please take away this. I don't care how many Instagram followers they have. I don't care how aesthetic the hairstylist boutique looks. I don't care who's shouting them out on Instagram. Please, like, just be very, very careful with who you go to do your hair. I hope this reaches the right audience, because I never thought this could be me, and it sounds really cliche. But this is me now, trying to work back, getting my hair back to normal.
Personally, I believe there's no worse trauma in this world as a black girl than having to get your hair done by hairstylists or braiders that genuinely hate your hair. When I was 15 years old, I went to a local braider who did my hair around the time when I had absolutely no idea how to properly manage it. This was specifically because my hair wasn't exactly the hair type that I always had it. I grew up with perms, so typically with having perms, you don't really know how to take care of your natural hair. As you can see, my hair is type 4, and type 4 hair is known to be more on the kinky coily side. Well, this braider was somebody who genuinely showed absolute hatred towards my hair the moment that I stepped foot in her chair. She would literally complain about it the entire time. I was 15, mind you. And every single time that she had to detangle it or go through the roots, she literally yelled and complained about it for the entirety of the appointment, and it made me have so much anxiety. Mind you, around this time, I wasn't too secure about my hair. I wasn't confident. It was already bad enough that I genuinely didn't know how to take care of my hair, nor did I really know how to properly manage it or cope with the fact that I had natural hair, because I grew up with perms, and the way that I transitioned into natural hair was not the way that most people would typically. So to add fuel to the fire, having to deal with someone who doesn't genuinely show care or love for your hair just makes you feel even more discouraged about wearing it out. Fast forward a few years and my hair was a little more manageable. I finally knew how to do my hair a little better. I came stretched this time. I went back to that same braider to get some lemonade braids, and even still, I still got like the shadiest treatment. And you know, I was just over her. I was over being treated for hairstyles or anything without feeling like my hair felt ugly. It felt like she wasn't even giving me a chance to like have a style that I could feel confident in. Like, it was already bad enough that I genuinely didn't know how to take care of my hair or manage it. And even with a little bit of research and finally being able to improve, I still felt like it wasn't enough. Nowadays, I've noticed all over TikTok and social media that a lot of stylists and braiders are starting to upcharge people who have thicker and more coarse hair. And to be honest with you, I do think that it is a bit unfair, because there are some people that just genuinely cannot help the fact that their genetics play a big factor in having thick and coarse hair. By this time, I was 22 years old and I finally was ready to get a silk press. I hadn't had a silk press in over 5 years, so I was ready to see what my hair would genuinely look like. Go into my feed into TikTok and you'll see that I actually have a vlog from Ulta Beauty. That was my first time of getting a silk press in over 6 years, and the results came out great. But unfortunately, what most of you guys don't know about that video was that the stylist, she actually did not tell me until after the service that she was upcharging me extra service fees, because one, my hair took a little longer for her to do compared to the actual time frame that the style or the appointment was supposed to be set for. And then on top of that, she charged a detangling fee and I guess some additional service fees. Mind you, we never had a consultation, which was something that was on the site, that you're supposed to get a consultation price prior to the actual appointment. So it felt like a literal slap in the face. I say that to say, even after now, I'm 23 going on 24 in another month and a half, and to this very day, I just genuinely do not see myself going to any other stylists or braiders. I had the pleasure of being able to go to another braiding shop where they actually take pretty good care of my hair. But unfortunately, with the way prices are set up, it's just not looking like this is... I can only really go to them like about once or twice a year, but any other time I've had to work up the courage to learn how to do my own hair moving forward, and that's exactly what I've been doing since. I have so many videos and I have so many hairstyles where I've actually done my own hair, but it shouldn't even have to be that way. To be honest with you, it's discouraging to have to deal with having type 4 hair and knowing that your hair doesn't even fit the beauty standard. You know, comparison is a thief of joy, but it makes it hard when you're getting placed in a spot in society where you're not deemed beautiful or attractive or manageable, when you have thick hair or have hair that is deemed problematic or deemed difficult to work with. I will be honest with you, back when I had perms, I was treated a lot nicer, but the moment that my hair became the way it is now, it just felt like I got switched up on. I just don't know. But if I could give a genuine word of advice to any kind of braiders or stylists, I would please urge you to give us some grace. This is something that we're born with. Genetics play a big factor, and we genuinely cannot help what we are born with. It's the same way with featureism, texturism, colorism. It's a real thing, and texturism is still happening today in this world, and I think by upcharging people with thick hair, you're only adding on to that actual theory. But yeah, all the experiences that I've had have been so traumatic that it has made it very difficult for me to want to go back to another salon or stylist to do my own hair. And I hate that I have to do that, because I really want to be able to prep my hair. I really want to be able to get pampered and have some kind of service. And I wouldn't mind doing that, but I think that nowadays it's just gotten so hard. It really has.
As I'm editing this, I'm thinking about one of my hair horror stories, and it happened when I was in high school, where I wanted to give this girl a chance where She was maybe a year or two younger than me, but I seen her work. So I was like, okay, she does pretty nice work. And she said that she was doing twists, so on and so forth. So I went to get the twists done. And when I tell you the twists were not staying, as soon as I got out of her chair, they were unraveling. It was just truly a horrible job. So that taught me afterwards, I got to be mindful before I give people chances and really use discernment, because the style was awful. Even when you see certain influencers doing like wig reviews, their wig tends to look different from the wig that you order, and that's because they make sure they give them the best batch. So just do your own research. I'm big on that. Do your own due diligence. And I'm sorry that this happened to this woman, and I really do pray that there are some implications so that this could be rectified, because I think this situation was sad, but it's a lesson for us and us as the people who have witnessed this to be mindful about who's touching your hair. So I thank you all for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Please leave your thoughts and perspectives on the matter. But as I always state, please let's be respectful down in the comment section. You can disagree, that is completely okay, but I love healthy disagreements around here. We don't need to bash one another. We can uplift one another as we are having the disagreements. And I want you all to remember that you are loved by the God who created the universe. He made you for such a special purpose. There is no mistake about you, not even down to your hair. So I'm so thankful for you all sharing this precious moment with me. And I'll check you all out in the next video. Stay blessed, everyone.